Hello guys, Dad back here again for our series on American Truck Simulator. I hope you're all well. Thanks for coming back. We are episode 5 here, and we're just going to get straight into the action and get on the job market. We've got a load of things to talk about, and as usual we'll try and drive as nicely and bestly as we can. So what we've got going on today, we've got a load of dry milk. Yep, so we've got a load of dry milk in a really old Peterbilt 350 1952 day cab. It's only 290 horsepower, 10 speed. How it's going to fare with this job, I don't know, because it's a heavy cargo. Seems quite underpowered for the weight of the cargo at 60,000 pounds. When you consider this one is twice the horsepower. But yeah, we'll see. This one's going up from Nevada, Winnemucca in Nevada, up to Surrey, British Columbia. So we're going to take this job, and we'll catch you on the road. All right, so we are all locked in and loaded here. We are pretty sure going to run into nighttime here because it's 6:15 in the evening. We've got the twin trailers on, going from Walmart to Walmart.
Okay, here we
So
go.
let's just crack on and we'll see how we get on. Like I said, we'll see how we fare because it's only 290 horsepower on this baby. We'll see how we get on. I think it potentially may struggle. Unfortunately, we are going to have the sat-nav open for this, because the sat-nav dialogue screen, because we are in an old truck and they didn't bother to add some sat-nav for us. I'm just concerned that I'm going to clip the trailers, which let's try and not do that.
Turn left.
So we're going to take a left out here. Right, now back into inside cab. Thank you for stopping, sir. And we're rolling. So this is Winnemucca, I think that's how you say it. It's in Nevada. And yeah, we are heading up into Canada. So we'll be experiencing a bit of Promons Canada for the first time. So we'll see how that goes. Right, so we're at a complete stop. Let's check traffic. Traffic is busy. We need to get some lights on actually, because we're going to get some fines otherwise. Right, go, go, go. Right, you're going to have to stop. You stopping? You stopping? Stop, stop, stop. So yes, we're on the go. We'll see how we get on with this baby. Like I said, it's a 1952 Peterbilt 350. Real old piece of history in the Peterbilt range. Nice little mod truck actually this is, and it's interesting to see it in the jobs list. I wasn't aware that mod trucks could be... No, of course I was aware. What an idiot. What am I saying? Because we had the Scott truck before. I will leave a link in the description down below. This mod is a Steam Workshop mod, so I will leave that in the description if you want to load this up for your own saves.
Keep right.
So just go on the right turn here. There's a little garage on the side. And one of the things, I can't remember if I talked about it last time. Get in the right gear. It's still snowing as well. Definitely talked about that last time. Yeah, what I was going to say is I was reliably informed by my friend Lynn that I may have potentially run a red light on one of the episodes. Because
Turn right.
come to a stop. Yep. Because the turn right on red does exist, I'd rolled up to a red light. However, the thing about turn right on red is you have to come to a complete stop before you turn. And Lynn reliably informs me, just taking a left here, oncoming traffic, lovely job. Yeah, Lynn informs me that I may potentially have not stopped and still taken the right on red, which would actually, had I been caught or in the presence of the police, had probably encountered a fine for that. So that is something that I'll have to be careful of, because as I said, as we know, we're on the realistic economy mod here, and we can't be affording no fines. There did seem to be a bit of a demand. I mentioned in the last video about doing a video about what mods we're running and that kind of thing. So there does seem to be a bit of an interest around getting that video. So we will get to work on that video where I'll just run through all of the mods that I'm running on my save. Because obviously I'm running a couple of map mods. So yeah, as expected, we're losing on the hills are going to be quite tough, I think, on this job. I'm hoping we can still make the delivery on time. That's obviously our goal. And yeah, I'm hoping that the fact that it's underpowered is not going to cause us too much problem. Because, like I said, I did sort of think that this load was probably a bit heavy for the amount of horsepower that we were running. You stop there. Stop. Thank you. Got a dealership, Kenworth dealership coming up. Hopefully it's going to let me get it from here. Come on. If you could just pop up. Yeah, there we are. Thank you. But yeah, so last episode out, which was Monday just gone, I believe, we did a little launch of two things, Discord and SD Logistics, my VTC, and it's actually gone really well so far. I can't believe it. There was a couple of people I expected would probably join, and they did, as expected. One being Mr. Farquhar, the Ledge. He was the first employee that we had. He was really excited about it, and I think he's really enjoying this, adding that aspect to his game, which is really good. I was pleased about that. Red joined it as well, and he's been enjoying it. He's done a couple of jobs also, and then Scruffy joined. Unfortunately, Scruffy's having some issues with the Trucksbook client. If you are familiar with Trucksbook, maybe you can help out with this. He's installed the Trucksbook client from the website, downloaded it, installed it, followed the instructions. He's verified his game with Steam and everything like that, so the Trucksbook client knows he's got the game, and he has installed. He's mapped out the path to the directory folder. Everything as exactly as I did it with mine, but it's not tracking his mileage or anything. Any job that he does on the game, he's on ETS too, but any job he does, it's not tracking it into the Trucksbook client, and I don't know why. I think it's something to do with the SDK, because when I log into mine since having that, I get a pop-up every time saying that there's SDK features running, which is what Trucksbook needs to track all the mileage and fuel used and speed event, basically all the data that it pulls out from there and puts onto the jobs. But he doesn't get that, so he doesn't get that pop-up, which to me thinks, well, there's been a problem with the installation somewhere, because obviously you should be getting that, as far as I'm aware, and everyone I checked with Red, and he's getting it every time as well since he installed Trucksbook. So I don't know, and he's uninstalled it, reinstalled it a couple of times, and still nothing. I don't really want to suggest to him that he may need to reinstall the game, because that's a pain in the backside for everyone. But yeah, if anyone knows or has had the same issue where it's not recording your jobs, or it doesn't seem like it's installed the SDK, then I would love it if you could let me know in the comments, because I'm really keen to get Scruffy up and running. He's really keen to get driving for SD Logistics, putting some miles down on the road in Europe. But we just can't seem to get past this issue with the SDK and the Trucksbook client. So yeah, if you know, that would be amazing if you could just let me know in the comments. So yeah, those are the kind of 3 people that I thought would most likely join. And then, to my surprise, we had 2 other people join. So Kelpster and a chap called Kieran join. And I don't know how they found. I don't know if they were watching the videos. I don't know if they were fans of Mr. Farquhar and saw that he'd mentioned it, or seen it on Facebook, because they just shared it on my Facebook page. But yeah, they joined, and I was, yeah, we're at 6 employees, including myself now, which is incredible to me, considering at this point of recording, we are only, so we're Wednesday now, so we're only live for 3 days essentially, and we've got 6 employees already, which, yeah, I was really blown away by that. We're sitting on about, as a company, I don't want to go into too much because I'll just touch on something in a sec, but just coming into Oregon, yeah, as a company, we're sitting on, I think about 8,000 miles covered so far, which 3 days in is flipping fantastic. Kelpster was really putting in the graft with the job he did yesterday. It was over 2,000 kilometers through Europe. So yeah, we are flying. Everyone's doing their bit. Everyone's pumping some miles through. We just want to get Scruffy up and running now, because and obviously he wants to put some miles in as well, and it'd be great if we could figure that issue out. So with the VTC, what we're going to be doing is, or what I'm going to be doing rather, is I'm going to start a once a week kind of sub episode of ATS, where it'll solely be dedicated to looking at Trucksbook and behind the scenes, that kind of thing, looking at who's driving what, who's got what jobs have been done, how many miles we've covered as a company, and that kind of thing. So I think that'll probably come out on a Sunday. What I'll do is I'll record it on a Saturday night, give a full week's rundown, and have to downshift because we're struggling. Yeah, like I said, I think this truck is massively underpowered for the weight of the load, and maybe potentially should have taken a different job, but it's okay. We're going to see this job through. We've started, so we'll finish, as my mother used to say. But yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to start that this Sunday, and every Sunday going forward. It's going to be really short form, probably 10 minutes long, 15 minutes tops. Just a little look through Trucksbook, the back end, see what drivers we've got, what jobs have been done, how many miles have been covered. We'll have a little rundown of offences, because we've got some naughty boys on the team, some heavy footers and some unsafe drivers keep racking up the fines. But that's all right. Like I said, completely relaxed. It's you know, your game, and I just want you to have a good time in my VTC. But yeah, so that'll be coming out Sunday as well, and some other stuff as well. The other night, I was having a good old chat with Lynn over on the multiplayer server on Mr. Farquhar's channel. We were just, as you would say, shooting the shit. And we were just chatting ahead, and I was talking to him about this series and where I thought it was going to go. And we basically, obviously, I'm not going to give any spoilers away here because I want you to be engaged. But we found out some stuff, and the series, the core goals are going to remain the same, but there's some really exciting things coming up on the series in the next few weeks. As soon as we get our truck, this series is going to come alive, and that sort of came to me as me and Lynn were sort of talking, and we were just chatting things through, and between us we sort of got to this thing. And then I woke up the next morning and just had this, like, not epiphany, just like this absolute clarity in my mind of where this series was going to go. And I hope you'll all really enjoy it. I do genuinely hope you'll really enjoy it. I think it's not something that's being done on YouTube at the moment by any other ATS creator that I could find. I could be wrong, and obviously if you know when you see the what's coming and you know of anyone, you know, share the links, that's fine. But yeah, I'm really excited about when we get our own truck and what that's going to be and what the new setup's going to be. So in order to advance that and get to that point, because I think you guys are going to love it, and even if you don't, I will, so that's going to be a bonus. I am going to start pumping some jobs through in between episodes. So I'm undecided at the moment. I'm going to definitely 100% do jobs between episodes. Not a lot of jobs, probably 2 or 3, 4 maybe. Just trying to pump up our money as quickly as we can. Yeah. Oh, listen to that Jake brake, baby. Brrr. Nice. Oh, shit. That's what you get for not paying attention. You missed the, got distracted by the Jake brake. Oh, oh, oh. Right, it's the left turn. Come on. Got totally distracted then. Completely and utterly decimated. Stop. We're good. It's so dark out here. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so we're going to be doing some jobs between episodes because I don't want to cheat my way up there. Like I said, the core goals remain the same. Still debt free. Still exploring the map. All of that stuff staying. All of that is the core goals of the series. But there is a new element coming, and I am pumped for that episode. I cannot tell you how that's going to change it. I don't know. I'm obviously not giving any spoilers away, but stay tuned because in the next couple of weeks, once I get up to that money, once I get up to about 25, 26k, this series is gonna come alive. So stay tuned for that. And like I said, I'm gonna do some jobs in between just to keep it going, just to get the money up quicker. There's gonna be no tomfoolery, no cheating, no nothing like that. There's two things with that cheating. It's not something I do anyway, but all the jobs that I do now are tracked through Trucksbook, so you'll be able to see them. And also, we will recap the jobs every episode as well. So one of the things I may potentially do is I will either record the episodes anyway as I'm playing, just without commentary, and make like short form, sort of 3 to 5 minute highlight reels of the jobs, so you can watch them if you want, and I'll be like, this is episode 5. Any jobs I do in between now and episode 6 would be like episode 5.1, episode 5.2, etc. So then just little short form 2 to 5 minute videos of a highlight reel of the trip, just to see the key points, just so you can see that I did start the job, did finish the job, did get paid for the job. But at the very least, if I don't do that, and I'll probably do it anyway, is like we did on episode 4, we'll go back to the menu when we load in, and we will pull up the jobs in our logbook, have a look at them, and we'll say, right, on this job I did X to X, and we got this match, and then I did this job, and then I did that job, just because, like I said, I am gassed, pumped, fired up, whatever you want to say, however you want to say it, ready for this thing to come in a few weeks. But we need the money to buy the truck before we can bring that alive. So I hope you'll join me for the journey. I hope you'll stay along for the ride, and yeah, just know that in the next 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, depending how quickly we can get the money up, the thing that sort of Lynn and I came to is going to come alive, and it's going to bring a whole new element to the series. Man, that Jake brake is mean. Yeah, it's dark out here, boys. So we're on Highway 78, denoted by the white shield, as mentioned in the last episode. White shields for highways, blue and red shields for interstates. So we're rolling up through Oregon. We've got 654 miles left to go. 12 hours on the job, driving time. One thing, because we're so much driving time, I think we've done 4 hours already. I think we're going to be looking at a rest stop on this trip, just because it's a long one. But yeah, man, this truck is such a nice truck. Honestly, like I said, it's a mod truck. It's a really old school truck. I think the most you can have in the engine is, if I remember rightly, 350 horsepower, maybe more. It's got a ton of customizability on the options. You can chrome it out. There's a load of different paint jobs you can choose. It's by who's it by? SCR, I think it is. Like I said, I'll link the Steam Workshop page in the description below. But yeah, if you do want to join the SD, just to nip back to SD Logistics, if you do want to join, the description is in the description. No, let's try again. The link is in the description below to the Discord and to the Trucksbook company page. So even if you don't join and you want to just follow along, join the Discord, because there's a Friends of VTC role there. And that'll give you access to some of the channels related to the VTC, so you can see who, we've got channels to notify of any company changes, like new joiners and leavers, and when I post jobs and stuff. We've then got also the logbook section, which any jobs that you do on Trucksbook gets automatically logged into that section. So like this one will be on there. You'll be able to see all the mileage done, how long it took, how much fuel was used, all that kind of stuff, how much money was earned, how much XP. So that's all on there. So if you want to join but you don't want to drive, that's fine. But you want to keep a track of what we're up to on SD Logistics, jump on the Discord, select yourself the Friends of VTC role, and that will give you access to some of the features of the driver's role. So you'll be able to at least keep up to date on where we're up to. Just trying to keep an eye on the road. So we probably want to come in. Right, that's Burns discovered. Yeah, so just coming through here. So we're going to be going.
Right, and then turn right.
We're going to be going right here, I think. Come on.
Turn right.
So the truck's actually not doing too bad. It is. I stick to what I said. I do think it's underpowered for what it is. For the size of the load, I think the game has probably had a bit of a thing there. But once you get it up, once you get the speed rolling, it's actually not terrible. It's just getting it rolling. It takes a second to get the speed up.
Straight on.
Clear. I mean, what I should have done was maybe done some research about the 350, and could have told you a load of interesting facts about when it was produced and when it was stopped and all of that kind of stuff. That would have been a good one. Like I said, it's a 52. 52 Pete. Sorry, just paying attention to the junction. Yeah, 1952 is 270 horsepower, I think. But yeah, it's chugging along. We lose a bit of speed on some hills, but that's okay. As long as we get the job in time, then I think we'll be fine. In terms of hours left, so we're well within time. We're gonna be well early on the job. They're not, the deadline to get it there is in the next 40 hours. We're 11 hours away. We've got 7 hours and 47 minutes till our next pit stop. Alright, get a bit of tailwind now on the downhill. Let's go, go, go. Let's get some speed up. Okay. Righto, guys. Sorry about that. Completely lost train of thought there. Basically, I'll keep the clip in so you can see. We've had to quit out of the game and so drop back a bit of where we were because I was driving along and the road disappeared. There's no road and I just went plowing straight off the end of the road and I could not bring it back. So I think I don't know genuinely don't know what's caused that, but no idea. Never had that before. I assume it's one of the mods. I assume there's something somewhere that's conflicting. I can't. Although saying that it is part of SCS map, so I don't know if it's an SCS map thing. But yeah, I've left the clip in so you can see what happened. And then I'll cut it there, and we'll be back to this point. But so yeah, I can't actually. I've obviously got sidetracked now because of that, and I can't remember where we were. So what I've done is I've had a look on the map. I've rerouted us slightly. The distance I think is probably around the same amount total. Slightly longer, a slightly more scenic route. I think it put about 20 minutes on the job, so not that bad really, but it avoids that road again. So yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I hope you enjoyed that funny moment of. I mean, my only wish is that it was daytime instead of nighttime, so you could have seen it in all its glory. But yeah, I was just trucking along like this, and then bam, the road disappeared and just went careering off the edge of the road into nothingness. So yeah, I can't remember what we were talking about before that happened. Probably something about the VTC or something like that, or where the series is going to go. But yeah, apologies if this is any mileage that we've already done. But because that's the other thing is, I assume it's the same with the GDC economy mod, but to cancel a job on here, if I thought, well, forget that job, I'm not, I'll just cancel it and start a different job, you get charged, you get like a bill for failed job, and it's like 10 grand or something like that. So yeah, we've repeated a little bit because we're coming into Burns now, and I think we'd definitely already gone through Burns. Because I'm getting the most amazing feeling of deja vu. So yeah, I think if I remember rightly, we came up here and we took a right turn up here somewhere, and then that's when all the problems started. I think we took a right at these lights here. So yeah, I'm gonna find out what the issue is, obviously I'll do that off recording, because I would imagine it's probably something to do with stay green, stay green, stay green. Yep, I think we got green. Yeah, I would imagine it's something to do with the mod, but I don't understand why it would be, because it was happening on a bit of SCS road. But never mind, we're back going now. I took a screenshot of it and everything, and obviously I've got the recording of what happened. So I will do some digging. If needs be, I'll report it into SCS. I'm sure they'll have like a bug finder somewhere. But it's, you know, it's the thing is, it was on an old bit of SCS map as well, one of the sort of older ones. So I would imagine if it was there, it would have already been flagged up by now. Watch the speed. Probably come in, to be honest, because I think I'm holding people up.
Go straight on.
Didn't need to, as it happened. But yeah, I am looking forward to getting up into Canada a little bit, so seeing what that looks like, because I haven't looked at pro mods on ATS yet. I haven't been up into any of that territory on any of the profiles I've got. So, and pro mods do a really great job of map additions. So we'll have a look at that. Hopefully it'll be daytime by then, because I think what's going to happen is we'll have to rest soon anyway. I reckon we've probably got about another 5 or so hours on our driving time before we need to pull in and rest. And then once we're rested, it'll be daytime. Because it's currently what time is it now? 1:07 AM.
Keep right.
Keep right. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, hopefully we won't have any more incidents of tomfoolery with the map where the road just disappears and we end up clearing off. Obviously, if it had been daytime, I probably would have seen that ahead of time, so I probably could have stopped and turned around and gone back on myself. But with it being night time and you don't see very far ahead of yourself, so yeah, we're making nice progress. I'm still 500 odd miles away. I think obviously the main problem is the power of the truck. It takes a while to get loaded. We're not really in any risk of missing the job deadline or anything like that. We're going to be well in time, but I think had we had a more higher powered truck, we would have been making better time. Just gonna think this truck pretty much tops out about 55. So yeah, we'll lose a bit of that time when we stop for a rest, because obviously it'll sleep for 10, 12 hours, whatever it is. But I want to drive for as long as I can before I need to rest. So if we look, we've got 6 hours until rest. So Oh, no, 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 no. Bollocks. Guys, so this is me from the future. I've decided that I don't want to let that episode be a bust. Keeping it all in. We're all going to keep it in, but I'm going to take another little quick job to get us through. And what I've decided, I'm going to take a job for the company. So we've got this job on. It's Walmart to Walmart, dry milk from Salt Lake City, Utah to Cedar City, Utah. It's a SD logistics contract. We're going to take that job. And we're going to do that and to finish off the episode, because I just drove like 365 miles on that other job and I don't want it to go to waste and not earn any money this episode. So we're just going to nip this away, get this job going, and we'll crack on. So we are on the dry milk again. This time we're single trailered up. So yeah, sorry about that, what happened with the other job. I managed to get it cancelled with no penalty to me. Just because I didn't feel like that was really my fault. Try and pick up some speed, eh? So yeah, it's the first job officially for SD Logistics, an SD Logistics contract. So we are cooking now. And yeah, it's the first one to get under the bag. I think it's the first one out of the company as well, if I'm correct. All the other guys, the amazing guys that have been putting down the miles, they've been taking jobs from in-game, which is, as you know from the previous videos, completely fine by me. There's jobs available under contract to the company if they want them, and then if they don't, if there's none available, they just take a contract from in the game, a job from in the game, whatever they want, and that's completely fine. That's like I said before, my SD Logistics VTC is relaxed, and that's the whole purpose of it. So just going to be coming off here. Looks like we're going on to I-15 by the looks of it. So pick up some speed over here. Nothing on the inside, lovely. It's night time, so the traffic is low, which is also great. Yeah, I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what the issue is with the fact that the road disappeared. It was Pro Mods that was doing it, was causing it. I know it used to be the case that you used to have extra files on your Pro Mods for road connections. So I wonder if it's a case I missed that. Did have a brief little Google to see, but it wasn't coming up with anything that I could see. They all just wanted you to upload your log file, which I've done that to the forum, so we'll see what happens. But for now, ProMods Canada is gone, because, yeah, kind of need roads to drive, eh? So hopefully we won't run into any other issues like that, but if we do, obviously we'll just get to the bottom of them and take them off. That's no major task. Like I said, that's the joy of running mods in general. Now, I love to run mods. I play Farm Simulator. We run mods on that. And to me, mods are, for these kind of games, they're just essential, really, for the longevity of the game, for the enjoyment of the game. And, yeah, without mods, I think these games would have died a long time ago. When you bear in mind, this game is probably coming up on 10 years old, if not already 10 years old. You know, that is a heck of a long time for a game like this, and it's been kept alive largely because of the modding community. One of the interesting things about, so like I said, I play Farm Sim, and that's got a huge modding community as well. One of the interesting things, or one of the things I find interesting about trucks in general, is that the modding community for American Truck Simulator, or ETS as well for that matter, is they do a lot of like paid mods, which generally, if you play Farm Simulator and use any mods on that, you'll know that there's an in-game mod hub, which is a Giants thing, and they you know, they take the mods into their, just want to watch my speed a little bit, because I know I'm 75 are cool. Yeah, they take mods into there, test them, and then they tell you that, you know, you can download them off there for free. And then generally the majority of mods for Farm Simulator, you know, like 99.9% of the mods are free to download. Recently itch.io has been gaining traction, and you can sort of name your price on there, so the mods are still free. If you don't want to pay, you're not able to pay for them, but the mods will have a recommended price attached to them, and you can then pay that if you want, or you could skip that section and just download the mods still. But with trucks, there's a lot of paid mods out there, and it's a much more, you know, there's a lot of free good mods as well, free ones, but they've got a very heavy community around paid mods. It's just interesting how the different games work, because prior to sort of getting into ETS, ATS, I'd never really considered paying for mods, because the only games I'd really ever played that needed mods was Farm Sim. And it was just, you know, such a variety of games that are free, and I just thought, you know what, that's awesome, I wouldn't pay for mods. And then you get on to here, and there's a load of mods. So at present, I haven't bought any mods. All the mods I'm running are all freely available, either on the Steam Workshop or on various different sites. But there's a couple of trucks and trailers which I've got my eye on that are paid mods. But we'll see. Because at the minute, I'm pretty happy with the mods that I've got. And the ones I've got kind of fill my needs right now. Like, in terms of, most of the paid ones are either engine sounds or like trucks and trailers. Well, I've got free versions that are perfectly fine, some really great quality free ones. So it's like, do I really want to start paying for mods that are slightly similar to what I've already got, that maybe they've just got like a few more options in terms of like being able to add customizability on and things like that? Probably not. So we'll see. Maybe we will. Who knows? But as of right now, it's just more commentary on what, how it's different, you know. So. I think generally the argument being, when you look at sort of the forums and stuff in the Facebook groups, is that if the mods are paid, the modder is more likely to keep up to date with them. Because that's another thing about the mods, is generally a lot of the mods on this game are tied to a game version, whereas with Farm Simulator, they're not always tied to a game version. They'll, you know, 9 times out of 10 work fine with an update, whereas on here, if there's an update, you can bet your backside that it's gonna need an update to your mods. And that's why, like, we didn't run Pro Mods Canada for a little bit, because it wasn't compatible with 1.48. Nice Pepsi truck on the way past. So yeah, we're making great time. I think this is my first trip out in an international on the series. I think it was, because I think the other one we had was a Western Star. Correct me if I'm wrong, I may have done an international, I can't remember. Maybe it was in episode 2 when we did the 2 jobs in one. But I'm not quite sure. One of the other things as well is, I should have said this way back, obviously, like I said, this is an SD Logistics contract. It's dry milk, so we started on dry milk, we'll finish on dry milk. We'll finish in Utah. But yeah, I just didn't want the episode to end with no money whatsoever. I think I've left it all in, the bits of road missing and colliding through air and stuff like that. I've left that in, just so you can see what happened, and then we'll, like I said, we'll finish this job up, and then we'll close off the episode then. Whoa, 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 whoa. Love it when they slam on for no reason whatsoever. Coming across. That was a close one. Traffic building up. I thought the traffic would probably be quite clear because it's the night time, but apparently not. Yeah, like I was saying before, I think it was a couple of episodes ago about asking you all if you wanted to do nighttime jobs. I am sorry if this nighttime jobs are not your thing. It's just the way that it falls, especially with these contract jobs where I don't own a truck, because I have no control over the time. For example, if I owned a truck, then I could pull up in a rest stop, sleep before I took the job, and make sure they were all daytime ones. As it is right now, I am taking contract jobs, so I have no control whatsoever over the time of day, other than the day comes and the day goes. And the other thing, I don't want to sleep unnecessarily, you know, because time is money. Money is time. We're well easy on the job. We've got not long left at all. We're about 8 miles out, so it's only, like I said, it's only a short job here. Yeah, it's just a little short one just to top the episode off, and it's our first. More excitingly than that, it's our first one for SD Logistics, which is all good. So what I am going to do just on the SD Logistics front, just while we finish up into where we're going to, into Walmart, I'm going to do a video of how to accept jobs in Trucksbook, and how to find them in the game and stuff. So we'll do that, and then you'll all have that available to watch. 10 minutes or so, just so you can see how to get a job if you want one. And like I said, what I'm going to do is a combination of offers. So offers are jobs that anyone can take if they want it, and then there's the dispatch section in the just coming off here. There's a dispatch section in the Discord where people, if they're looking for a job, they can put it in there, and then they can accept that in game then. We'll just come over because we've got a good left turn up here anyway.
Keep left and then turn left.
I think because I was doing a lot of driving without the clutch and the handbrake,
Turn left.
gonna go green. Come on, come on. Yeah, because we were doing a lot of driving when I broke my toe without the handbrake. I think it's going to take me without the clutch and gear stick. I think it's take me a minute to get used to having it back. Go, go, go! What I am gonna do, so if you're an American trucker and you're no different to this, then let me know. But from my research, and I spoke to Red about it, and I think from memory he pretty much confirmed it, that over in the States the gearboxes are desynchronized, so you can just switch between, sort of float the gears between whichever gears that you want without having to use the clutch. And you can implement that functionality into what am I saying? Words into this game through the config file. So apparently there's quite a lot of things that you can do in the config file. So that's one thing that I might plan to do. So coming in here.
You have arrived at your destination.
Truck's only this way. Are we in here? I think so, yeah. Once you're on the back here, so hopefully it's an easy, quick job to park. Can we get around? Yes. So let's have a look. It's down here. Is it down? Yeah. So are we... Let me think. Are we around this corner? Are we driving or are we backing? We are a backing. Okay. Lucky you guys, huh? Oh shoot, back in between two trailers. It's kind of tricky. I'm just gonna do out a cab for this. Got no idea how this will go. Doesn't help that it's dark either. Or like on that side, I think we'll be okay. So yeah, one thing I am trying to work on, because it's not gone unnoticed at all, is I do tend to go quite quiet when I'm doing these backing in jobs, and it's only because I'm just concentrating on the task at hand of trying to back this huge truck into the tightest of spaces. But I'm hoping as we get on with the series, as we get some more jobs under our belt, the parking jobs are going to be a little bit better, as in my ability to park will be a little bit better. Because one thing I do have to be mindful of is I have activated the let's just make that worse. I think I have activated the air brake simulating the air simulation, so if I do too many back in, back out, back in, back out, then I'll drain the tanks and I'll have to sit there for, I think it's quite some time. Right, that's in. We'll go on this side because it looks better. It's not in because it's, I mean it's in. Alrighty, so not terrible, not great. Bit of a funny old episode. Missing rows, flying through air, that kind of thing twice. We've got ourselves some XP under our belt, so we've covered, in the actual episode, we've covered about 550 miles, and we've earned ourselves some XP at least for this job. And yeah, I hope it's been okay. Like I said, I am all of the things pumped, gassed, hyped, fired up, ready for what's coming, and I'm so excited to bring that to you. I'm so excited to play that through myself. I'll be pumping through some jobs. I'm super happy with the way that the VTC has gone so far. If you do want to join, hit me up in the link in the description for the Discord link. There's a Trucks book link in there as well. Come and join us. It's a good time. It's low stress. If you want skins and all that stuff, that's cool. We can make that happen. If you want to run your own truck, vanilla or whatever design you've already got, that's also cool. Just yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming on the journey with me. I hope you'll all stick around and see how this series is going to progress, because I think you're all going to love it. Until next time, take care.